This, wow, where's that coming from? Put a table right through my neck. This is Donovan from RV on the Wayside, and this is the big reveal. It's an improv show. Some things are planned, but most things are kind of off the cuff. It's a show where we present you with a list and something we can all have fun with. If you have something funny to say about an item on the list, Jody's in the background, and she's looking for you to post a message with TBR as all capitals as the first three letters of your comment about an item, and that'll help you get that on the show. Now, let's meet our guest host. He is my right-hand man when my right hand is on my left arm. Lance, boondocking with Boomer. How you doing?
So I have to be this arm then.
Yeah.
And then you'll be the other one. Okay. I'm doing good. How you doing yourself?
Well, I'm doing so much better than you because what you guys don't know is in the background, because I like to be full frontal, and that is that Lance, I gave him the wrong.
Yes, you did. I have been waiting for 2.5 hours. Yeah.
The long address. Yeah, 2.5 hours ago. And I realized it about 30 minutes ago, but forgot to tell him.
I thought maybe the show was over and I just went to have a nap.
Yeah.
Thank God you
I was like, where are you? I need a sound check. But Jody came through for the sound check because I screwed up your schedule. So sorry about that, Lance.
Bear with him. He's unprofessional.
Let's see. So a couple quick announcements.
Go ahead.
Jody is the bestest, isn't she?
Especially on her birthday.
Oh.
Uh-oh. What happened there?
We don't know when that was, but it was recent. So the cruise-a-thon for charity, Helping Hands for Cruising, went really well. We raised a little over 4,300 Australian dollars.
Wow.
But it's only just begun. Charity doesn't stop after an event for us. We have lots of people. We have lots of people to help, and we want to help them. So I want to thank everyone who participated in any way you did, whether it was sharing the links or showing up just to. All right, I don't know why that's doing that, but I will shut that off too. Oh, I can't. Great.
Interesting.
Got it. Okay.
Apple Watches.
Yeah, you know, there's like 6 clocks in an Apple iPhone. I didn't realize there were so many. So anyway, I just want to say thank you for everything that you did, no matter what you did. We do need help with one more thing, if you're willing. I'm going to post what we need help with, and I'm not asking for money this time. I'm asking you just to help us. Huh?
Bitcoin?
No. Oh gosh, no, don't spend your money on that. That's for another show. Okay. That's a more serious discussion.
Serious.
But we need help getting our Facebook page and our YouTube channel up to the level where they can have their own URL and everything. So if you aren't and would be willing to help us, I just posted the Helping Hands YouTube and Facebook page. If you can go join those or subscribe to them or whatever, that would really be great. I think we were at 68 or 69 this morning. Maybe it was 67, something like that. So we got a little ways to go to get that magical URL. Facebook and YouTube both.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay. And the next update, I love that. I started my Casey Neistat film class today.
You're going to have to explain it to the crowd.
So if anyone is interested, send me an email at rvonthewayside@gmail.com, and I'll send you a link that gets you $20 off the class. I think it's already too late for them to give me $20 off of my class because my class just started today, but I can still help you. So I want to do that. So I'll give you updates each week right here on the show on how things are going. Today we learned how he walks through the streets of New York and just comes up with story ideas out of nothing. And I already learned something today because I hunted way too hard for my stories. I spent way too much time making it so complicated, more than it needed to be. And that has already just gotten easier after the first day of class. I walked out into a parking lot and went, wow, look at all these carts, these buggies at the stores are all laying everywhere and nobody's putting them away. I can do a story just about that. So I have a couple other ideas. We'll see which one turns out. Anyway, Lance, did you know I had trouble figuring out how to get all these answers for this one?
No, no problem at all.
Oh, well, I struggled with the list, so I recruited some help. Yeah.
Oh, you did? Oh, God, who'd you help?
Sitting in the studio, and I was thinking, we need some help in building this list, and I just couldn't think of who to ask. Hi, puppy. We needed a list of random thoughts that point things out in ways we don't normally think about. Einstein, how are you? Do you have some for us? Wow, thanks, bro. Yeah, so Einstein was kind enough to get us a copy of the list, and the great thing about that is that means
he's
there
alive.
might actually be some smart ones in there, not just the stuff you and I came up with.
Does it mean he's also alive?
No, well, he's cloned.
Oh, okay, that's good enough for me.
I mean, my daughter asked me about cloning, and I said, you'll have to ask the other one. So that's what you do. Don't do ad-lib jokes. They just don't
That's
work.
a good one. No, I like that one.
So let's activate the list and let's see what we got here today, because I'd love to tell you what we found.
Okay.
All right, so today's list is shower thoughts.
Yes, I think about these things sometimes too in the shower. When I have time. In between
it's so
washes.
busy washing and cleaning or shaving if you're me. There's lots of time spent in the shower not doing this. But shower thoughts are things that just make you go, I never thought of it that way.
True.
So let's start off with a fun one.
Okay.
I got to give them to you, don't I? That would be good.
Pull them up.
Boom. By the way, thank you. I think it was Charlie Grace that told me to do this, right?
Yes, it's a good idea.
Yes,
everybody else can read
much for that. The asteroid that ended the dinosaurs was technically the highest ratio of killing birds to one stone in Earth's history.
That's true. But the birds could have just flown up in the air really high before it hit. Get out of the way
so
of
you
the
think
asteroid.
Flying up there would have avoided the
I think so.
Sky burning in flames.
See? There you go. One bird
torching them all.
Yep. That bird got away.
So these two birds were not the ones killed with one stone. That's what you're telling me.
Yes. Two got away.
Those two made it.
Yes, and they had children, and their children made it, and that's how we got birds on the planet now.
But weren't pterodactyls really dinosaurs?
I guess so. I think they were part of the family.
I mean, they had feathers, so were they birds? I
They're
don't know
both.
if this is a good one. This could be debatable.
Dino birds, I would call them.
I mean, the rooster is like the closest relative to a T-Rex, so I guess technically it's kind of a bird.
That's up to you to decide.
All right, so that sounds good. Let's try this one. Of all the inventions of the last 100 years, thank you. Of all the inventions of the last 100 years, the dry erase board has to be the most remarkable.
I knew you were going to say that. Of course, the dry erase board is most remarkable. However, there are two more remarkable inventions that were done just recently.
Oh,
did you know that?
Sure.
I will. These are really cool. I got two.
Okay, here we go.
Look at that thing. It is a bicycle that kind of goes under the water, but once the engine starts going, so see a little propeller on it?
Oh, yeah.
It skims across the water.
Really?
That is neat. Yep, that's new for this year.
Does it have pedals?
No, it's electric. All electric.
So it's not a bicycle.
It's a bicycle with electric
have
motor.
Two cycles.
No wheels, no. So it's a watercle or or
Water rocket,
by wetter. I don't
water
know.
glider,
Anyways, this was previewed at the
glider.
CES show. That's good. There you go.
That's pretty cool.
Yep. The next one, this
Yes.
is really cool. You've heard of Segway, where you stand up and steer and all that?
I've wanted one ever since they made them.
I
and
know,
never
me too.
purchased one.
Well, they have a new one now. For people that
Okay.
don't really want to stand, they have a sitting one now.
A sitway?
So, yes, Sitway. Yeah. That's even cooler. If you don't want
If you
to
stand
all
on
day
your,
long.
if you stand on your seat, does that make it a standway?
Yeah,
or
I
a
guess you can still
Steinway?
stand. At least somebody can sit on your lap now, and so there's two of you.
Oh gosh.
So that was
sometimes the improving goes places you can't go, but that's
right.
that's pretty cool.
That's the coolest invention since the dry eraser, which is
The
pretty remarkable.
Well,
Pretty
back to the
remarkable.
dry erase board. Now, I'll tell you what's remarkable is when people accidentally, I don't know, you've been in a business where they have these in your former life.
Yeah.
They have these markers, right? And they're called Sharpies. And sometimes
Yes.
people don't realize they just switched and put a Sharpie
By accident
by accident
on a erase board.
Yes, and I know people who have thrown them away.
Been there,
but
done
I have
that.
a magic trick to teach you.
I know the magic trick.
You do?
I know it, of course I do. I had a big dry erase board in my last office. It was great.
For those of you who don't,
Here's the trick.
I mean, Lance is one of those people like me who looks everything up to find out anything he doesn't know.
How to get it off.
What I did was, it happened once at work, and I walked over and I used my body and I covered the area and I did all this. I kept moving my arms around like this. But what I was really doing is taking the regular dry erase marker and covering over what they had written
with the permanent
my hand while I was doing it. And then I turned around and I reached over and I grabbed the eraser and I erased it, and erases the dry erase, the permanent marker, if you do it within the next 5 or 10 minutes. It doesn't have to be right away, but you got some time. And so I was able to erase it all. And then I went by and I went,
wow. Isn't this show fun and educational for the people?
Oh gosh, I can't believe I'm telling you silly things.
My grandfather knew
let's
that.
See, what's our next one? Oh, what was that? I just missed a message.
Oh,
Naj says clean the sharp with polish remover or alcohol. Yeah, I got to tell you, a dry eraser
work as well.
Dry eraser works better. I mean, I tried that before, and then I looked it up on the internet and found out that some people use it as a magic trick.
Yep.
They take a big old fat one that's a giant Sharpie, so everybody can see, and people will start yelling in the background. Oh, what's wrong? Oh, yeah, I won't be able to erase that, will I? And then they do the whole thing like I showed you. So the good. It's still, those do work. They just don't work as well, and they don't dry out that film.
Yeah.
Sometimes the alcohol will mess with the film on the dry erase board. At least the ones I've had, but they're probably cheap.
We should have got a dry erase board just for this. Shoot.
Yes.
Oh well.
You saw they used it on Einstein. They cleared the background and then filled him in. So
okay.
A different version of you exists in the minds of everyone who knows you.
Oh, you skip one? You're skipping one?
Oh, did I skip one?
1890 it starts with. In 1890, who said?
What?
Yeah.
I don't have that one anymore.
Oh, you got rid of it?
I told you some might go out of order.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Maybe it's further down the list.
Yeah, a different version of you exists in the minds of everyone who knows you.
There are actually only two versions. The one where people like you and the one where people don't. Right? There's only two.
Well, I had a different take.
Oh, did you? That was my take.
Oh, yeah. As I think of you, Lance, my brother, as I think of you, I've realized after reading that one that I'm having multiple personality version disorder when I think of you.
Oh,
because
really?
I have many versions of you in my mind, not just one.
Oh, God. This is not good. It's either you like the person you don't. That's the two different versions.
Or you want to make fun of
Versions.
the person, or you don't, or you want to laugh with the person, or I mean, I just have so
Yeah.
many versions.
Interesting.
I hope I'm clothed in each. That's me.
May.
Wow, I hadn't thought of that version. See, we
Did
need to
you
have
just
Meg on the
say?
show.
Yeah, really. That's for your next guest.
That should be my next guess. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see.
This one, yes.
An identical triplet. As an identical triplet, you are simultaneously one of the rarest and most common people on the planet. So that means it's very rare to be a triplet, but now there's 3 of you, which is extremely rare. So now you're the most common because almost everybody's individual.
Like everybody on this entire planet say, these things always happen in 3s. Everybody says it.
No, no.
Except you.
I don't say it. I can't say it.
Sometimes 4, sometimes 5.
I don't think I can do that.
Okay, we can move on to that one. What?
No, actually, it's kind of funny because we just talked about multiple personalities. Although they look common, they still might be very different.
Oh, yes.
I mean, I look like Sean from the Down Under Cruisers.
Yeah.
But I'm way smarter than he is.
Yeah.
Is he in here? Oh, darn. He'll see this later, I promise you.
Well, he's saying he is in there. He's saying I'm much better looking, though. Okay, that's fine. Give it to him.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. I mean, I can take that. This one's interesting. Making a typo in an online argument is the equivalent of your voice cracking in a verbal argument. Think of that, Lance.
Oh my God. Just do that. Just do that. I spelled it wrong. Sorry. That's all you have to say to the person.
Spelled it wrong?
Yeah.
Not like you took me on a cruise ship the other day. And they say, what? And you say, I'm sorry, the
typo.
No,
the caps
the
turned on by
autocorrect.
accident.
Totally got me there. I'm so sorry.
That's
I
what
meant
you have to use
we
it
were
for.
perusing a ship the other day. I don't know why. Yeah, so those are good examples. Yeah. All right, this one's a good one.
Ooh, it's a long one. Yes.
Yeah. You could be walking around famous and not even know it. There could be a viral video of you doing something random with millions of views, and you have no idea because you haven't seen it.
Okay. My suggestion for people, what they would have to do then, they just have to go watch every single video on YouTube until you see yourself in it. And then write down how many views it got.
So that's your answer?
That's my answer. You're going to have to go watch every YouTube
So you
video.
haven't seen it yet?
No, I haven't seen it. You have to search it. You have to look for it.
Okay, well, nothing. Moving on.
Okay.
Great job on getting that one past him, Charlie Grace. Good job.
Hi, Charlie Grace. I didn't know she was here.
Oh no, but she'll see this. There is one other thing that's really important about that one.
Which one's that?
It's about you.
Yoo-hoo! I'll make you famous.
Ooh. He would.
He would make you famous. There's no doubt. Matt Bonney, Billy the Kid. Okay. Someone out there vividly remembers something you said, which you
put
have
it down.
completely. Oh,
You
did
have
I
to
hit
show
the
it.
wrong one?
No, you just have to show it. TPR. There it goes. And we start over.
Headbutt in the glass. Someone out there vividly remembers something you said, which you have completely forgotten about.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that makes sense?
What you do is, why don't you just call everybody you've talked to, and ask them if they remember what you said.
That you forgot?
Yes, that you forgot.
Because they'll know this, of course, right?
They'll remember it, yeah. If they remember and you've forgotten, you got to call everybody. Hopefully they'll remember what you said.
So it's funny because when I first started dating Jody, she could remember things I said when I met her years before. And I'm like, did I really say that? Oh, yeah. I'm like, man, I was kind of a jerk back then. It was kind of embarrassing. I really don't like it. So my excuse is people have just taken me completely out of context. That has to be what it is.
Back then? Interesting.
Yeah. But actually, I got to be honest. When people tell me something that I have forgotten, it's usually because people just love to tell me when I'm wrong. At work, if I make a mistake, I hear about it for weeks. One little thing, a tiniest detail, and I got to hear about it.
Oh, I need to take a drink of my drink.
Oh, wasn't that brilliant of V with the straw?
Yes, it was. Good idea.
That was amazing. Michael Land said, from Michael Land's Spoiled Mama, that user remembers with your partner and they'll call you out on it. Yes, that usually does happen with your partner. And but I was just trying to date her and she remembered things I said and I'm like, she's never going to go out with me.
Yeah, that's a whole new story.
Yes, maybe we'll touch on it later.
Okay.
7-Eleven, the convenience store.
Yeah.
Yes, it's an $18 billion company. But have you noticed when you walk into one, it doesn't look like it.
And now it's pretty dumpy. My first question is: 7-Eleven really have a dash there?
A what?
A dash between the 7 and the 11?
Yes, actually it does.
Oh, you got a picture there?
On paper.
Well, there it's the 11's in the middle.
It's a 7 with the 11 going through, but
yeah,
I mean, would you?
I don't.
Have you been in one?
Yeah, we don't eat out of there. No.
You don't eat out of the 7-Eleven?
No, they should rename it to 0 out of 11. Like that's what I give it. That's my score for 7-Eleven.
So we were on the same wavelength on this one because I was like, you know, it's really not a place that I would like expect to see myself eating off the floor or anything like that.
Yeah. And I picture a lot of the other people in the chat don't like it either.
Oh, is that right?
I guess
I have to kill these so I can see the good stuff that my wife might be putting up.
Oh, I didn't even know that. What Michael Land just said. Free slushies?
Our 7-Elevens are all Circle K now. But the 7-Elevens themselves are still 7-Elevens, I believe. Free slushies on 7-Eleven?
Do you get those? You get free slushies at 7-Eleven?
I don't get slushies. Is that sad?
I'm not a big fan of slushie. Somebody offers me one, I won't turn it down, but I won't purposely go and get a slushie.
Yeah, slushies aren't my thing.
No.
And those boxes of missing Girl Scout cookies. Are those in the picture? Hang on.
Where? Oh, over there. Nice to notice that, Steve.
Oh, man.
We'll
What
get
a
back
great
to that.
eye, Steve. That was awesome.
Yeah, you'll have to zoom in on that one.
Oh, man. I may have to check that later because I don't know what that had in it. Let's see. What else we got? 7-Eleven. We are about 4 minutes behind, so we're doing okay. All right. So imagine this just for a second.
Okay.
When we switch to electric vehicles, the world is going to become much quieter.
A little bit, yeah. I wouldn't say quieter. I would just say it's a different sound because they do still like that noise as they drive by. Right?
You get the drag coefficient going by.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking, when the hit and run victim and the cop picks him up and checks to see if he's okay and everything, he's going to say, I never heard it coming.
Never heard it coming. They're a lot quieter. Yes.
I mean, let me tell you this. When you work in a train yard on the ground, those cars, when they shove them down the hill so they can connect and build trains that way, when they're coming down, once they've cleared the last bump on the ground, it's flat and quiet. You don't hear a thing. So when you're out there, you have got to be looking around constantly because you never know when one's going to come flying by you. That'll be the same thing with this new traffic if we all have electric vehicles.
Why are you hanging around trains for? You becoming a hobo or something? What's that about?
Former life.
Okay,
I like.
former life.
I used to like the railroad for the paycheck. All right. This is right up. This is perfect. Oh wait, what did she say?
What's TBR? Will it be more?
She said, "Will it be more electric, like more static in my hair before reaching work?" Oh, interesting. I wonder if riding in an all electric car increases the static in your hair. It's not really a concern for me, but I feel her pain.
I have an electric car. I will blow up a helium balloon tomorrow and see if I can make it stick to the seat.
Okay, all right.
Okay, you rub it
Fair
and it
enough.
sticks. So. Okay.
In a couple weeks, come back and we'll have Lance come
Okay.
back and tell us how the experiment went.
Okay, we got that experiment, and what's the other one? We have to zoom into that picture to see if they're cookies.
Those Girl Scout cookies.
And then the whiteboard. We have to do that.
No, we will get more boom boxes in them. Oh, yes.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh, that is absolutely true. Thank you. That's Rob, right?
Well, most boom boxes you'll hear over even muscle cars too. Those things are so loud.
Gosh. You won't need windshield wipers either because there's no one when you get autonomous cars, no one needs those to drive.
Nope.
So that's one less motor and electric thing we don't need.
Yeah.
How about now we advocate for not judging a book by its cover or a movie by its trailer, yet we seem to be so happy to glorify love at first sight. Do you believe in that, Lance?
No, it's love at first sight. It's actually want to have sex at first sight. That's I think they would call that more, right? No, what? I think everybody will agree with that one. We're animals, It's in our nature, the human nature.
Well, I believe in second sight. How's that?
So you have to look at the person twice before you decide?
Well, no, it's more like so when I met Jody, we had to go on some trips together, and we just met each other, and then I didn't see her for like 3 years.
Oh,
now
really?
we were married and everything to other people, obviously, and we were just friends and coworkers, and I hadn't seen her for 3 years.
Go ahead.
And then all of a sudden I got sent to this place and I knew she worked there. And so there was a guy blocking the view of this doorway. So the doorway's here, and then right across there's a guy sitting here, and there's a blank desk, and then she's way over here on this end of this hallway inside this room. And I can see her, and all of a sudden I start choking up, and this guy leaves that was in front of me, and I don't know what to say, but I'm feeling my neck just start to really get. Hang on, I'm getting there. Don't tell the world that my story. I haven't got there yet. Look at her. She's so worried.
I didn't know you guys got divorced.
What did they do? So I didn't know what to say. So I just kind of yelled her name. And it was one of those awkward moments in a movie when the guy's voice cracks and he doesn't get it out right. And all of a sudden she jumps out of her desk and she says my name in a normal voice because she's got more control than I do. And so we're just staring at each other. And I'm like, I got to say something. Are you still married? And she goes, no. And she goes, are you? And I go, no. And that guy sitting right in front of me at the desk in front of the door, he goes, well, I guess I'll send out the invitations. We've been together ever since.
That's too funny.
Yeah. Although she told me no, she wouldn't date me for 10 days, but eventually I wore her down.
That's a whole other story, like I said before.
All right.
What do we got?
I always said I'd tell that story at some point on these shows. You ready?
Yep. You got 21 people in the house, 15 thumbs. Make sure you put thumbs up, people, or else. I'm just saying. Is that too forceful again? You put the thumbs up.
I did it. I'm ahead of myself. The posted speed limit is the legally accepted maximum limit, but socially it's accepted as the minimum speed limit. So let me break it down.
Okay.
Legally, you don't go over the speed limit that's posted, But socially, that's kind of like if you don't go that speed, we're going to be pretty ticked off. If you can go faster, but if you're not going that speed, you're keeping the rest of us going way too slow.
All I can say is, I can drive 55. And that's sung by Sammy Hagar on Van Halen's 4th album.
It was sung on the Sammy Hagar album
Or
first.
Sammy Hagar's 4th album. Sorry, I got that confused. I had to Google that.
Whatever. He had more than 4
I
albums.
had to double check.
By the way, you are right. You can't drive 55 because the speed limit is infinity.
Ooh, very nice.
Yeah, nice. All right, so here's an interesting concept. And I saw it differently. I had to read this one like 6 times before I finally caught on.
And I did the math, so.
You did the math. Okay.
Yeah.
Right
correct.
now, we are
Listen to this,
closer.
people.
Huh?
I'm just telling them, make sure they're listening. Listen to this, people. Go ahead.
Right now, we are closer to the year that the Jetsons took place in 2062 than the year the Jetsons first aired in 1962. That's 100 years, they said, in the future.
Yep. So, you doing the math in your head?
Okay.
How many years?
40?
40 versus 60. Yeah.
Yes.
So, are we close to having flying cars? Are we close to having flying cars? And should I rename Boomer's name to Astro?
Okay, so
I thought of that.
I don't know. You better poll. We should poll the audience if you should rename Boomer to Astro. But somehow, I think
Let's see.
boondocking with Boomer wouldn't be the same if now you called your dog Astro.
Boondocking with Astro. Yeah, Astro.
Yeah, that doesn't,
no, it's not a
that
good
doesn't
name.
have a ring to it.
Boondocking with an Astro.
But you do bring up a good point. Are we closer in technology in what they showed in 2062 versus the technology of 1962? I'd say yes. I think we're closer.
We don't live in homes on top of pedestals. Where their
In some
houses were on
places they
big.
do.
Very few. But
There's very
Dubai.
few, but some do.
Dubai has flying taxis now.
Yes.
Drones, one-person
Yeah.
drones, but nothing in the States here.
They're not going to other planets or things like that. But we do have robots that do a lot in our house if you can afford one. And I think
go to the moon?
closer.
Yeah,
Huh?
It's going to take a little while. We might not see it, but our great grandchildren might.
Slow Lane Living with Paulo and Randy said, I'm still waiting for the flying cars and the live-in robot maid. There you go. That's what we brought up. That is great. Oh boy.
There is a robot you can buy. I'm trying to think of its name, but it's just a little thing that goes around.
You can put drinks on it and it'll take it to the kitchen, but it can't take it from itself into the sink yet.
Somebody has to put it on there for you. So if your wife's in the kitchen and you want a beer, bring it over. And it has YouTube and all that.
Yeah, and isn't it on its head? That's a bad.
I don't think it has a head. It's just a flat platform.
Oh, flat top. Okay.
But if you get an email or a text message, it comes over and talks to you and tells you.
Oh, that's great.
That's pretty cool.
Call Me V said, I love that Donovan can make coffee cups disappear. What is she talking about?
Oh, yeah, you made my cup disappear. I was drinking out of that. How'd you do that?
I'm so sorry. Gosh,
Man,
darn it. This is the toughest part of the show.
You're worse than a waitress that comes around and takes your thank you.
And Grogu, poor guy, he's so upset because I took his little gear shifter ball away, and now he's like kind of mad at me. Let's see what else we got going. The next one is this one I think people can relate to. Most people aren't scared of being alone in the dark. They're scared of not being alone in the dark.
Yeah, really. That's true, especially if you hear noises in the dark. Because, someone could sneak in there with you like a ghost or Patrick Swayze.
Oh, yes, very good. Lance.
Uh-oh.
Lance.
Yes?
Hold me.
Don't be afraid. I'm here in spirit.
Yeah, it's certainly not helping my dark room, is it?
Don't be afraid. I'm
Oh,
down the
thanks,
basement.
thanks, Jody, for putting the lights back on. Okay.
Well, I'm in your basement now, though. It is dark here down here.
Okay, fair enough.
There's rats and garbage. Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
Painkillers are basically the mute notification setting for the body.
That's cool. There's nothing you can really make fun of that, but because it just sounds
You
like
don't think
it's so
so?
cool. Well, I mean, massages are better actually than painkillers, and there is scientific proof that massages.
Well, not all
can act as-
painkillers give you a euphoric thought, right?
Yeah, but as long as they give you a buzz, that's okay.
Well, I mean, maybe they don't give you a buzz. I mean, maybe it's more like just a comforting pat on the back to let you know you're not alone in the dark.
Okay, that works for me.
Call Me V said, "Hold me." Did Jody test you with the lights?
Oh, I don't know. Did she?
Well, she turned them back on for me, so that was nice. I mean, I have a remote to turn them off, but my remote only goes one direction, so I can't. It wasn't.
Is that what
working.
you just did? You just turned your lights off in your room right
and
now?
then I had to get them turned. She turned them back on.
I thought it was a black screen.
No, see, I set up a button on my phone to just push the button to turn them on and turn them off, but it just went off. Normally, I say, "Hey, the S word, SIRI," and I say lights off, and they all go out. But I tried to do a button, so I didn't do that.
You mean like turn off the light, Siri?
They'll say stop.
Hey, Google.
Michael Ann, spoiled mama, said, "I'm gonna talk over you this whole time if you keep that up."
I won't do that.
It's true. They are just shutting off the pain receptors. I know, it's kind of a cool one.
Yeah.
By the way, if you find these interesting at all, please email or put a comment in this video or this live show to tell us you'd like us to do a version 2 or 3. Because the source I have has a few thousands of these.
3. Whoa. And
What
if
did
you don't,
she say?
just don't have to come back. What?
Your remote only plays one direction. That's correct. I can only be shut off. I can't be turned on. All right, moving on. Galaxies are the most common, are more common than people.
Okay, you skip one, but that's okay.
Oh, did I? Oh, I remember they might be out of order because I was trying to make it for time so I could keep track of our time.
Humans are afraid of something? Is that one down?
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Cool. So
galaxies are more common than people. Does that make sense to you?
Of course. The universe is much bigger than the Earth. What the?
I mean, I see there's only one galaxy, really. There could be multiples out there, but probably a lot more than those 5 people.
Yeah. I mean, the universe is bigger, so there would be more. That makes more sense.
Trillions of galaxies.
Trillions of galaxies.
I mean, we can't even name how many because we don't even know how many there are. But we know by taking one piece of sky and calculating what it would be like all the way around. We know that it's too many to count. Are you saying galaxies are basic? Well, here's the thing. Now, if we read that differently, because I thought about this, but I wasn't going to bring it up. But now that you did, Charlie Grace, galaxies are more common. Does that mean there's more galaxies that are like each other than there are people like each other, like triplets?
These things always happen in 3s.
Oh, geez. I did make a callback 3 times to triplets. You're right. That's overdoing it. I got to do one more now somehow. It only took about a decade to make people being on your phone all day go from sounding very sociable to very unsociable.
Maybe we should just go back to calling each other instead of texting, or because you can hear someone's emotion. You can't see or feel somebody's emotions when through text. It's just X's and it's zeros and ones. It's not the same.
We have emoticons.
Those are silly, and I'm not using them ever. And it might be one of the things that we discuss on the next show.
Okay, maybe.
Okay.
So if you think about it, and I hope this isn't in our list because it just occurred to me. Unless we talked about it last week, I don't even know. But one thing young people will never get to know is the frustration of taking a phone, one of the receipt, and slamming it down on the receiver.
That's true. You can't do that with cell phone.
Oh, when you're mad at someone, you can just go, "Oh yeah," and just slam it down. You do that with a cell phone,
you're broke.
It's broken.
Yeah, you're going back to the store to get it repaired.
It costs you money to slam that phone down.
Okay, I'm thinking of an app that when you can do that, it doesn't break, but your glass looks like it broke.
Oh, it just makes it look like the front of it broke.
Yeah. If you bang your phone down, then your phone looks
so
like
it takes a certain amount of pressure to make the app just automatically light. Dude, you've got $1 million idea.
Okay, I'm gonna
people would love that. Hey,
let me take your phone. If that's $1 million,
oh, look at that.
I don't need to be here if I got $1 million idea. Take care. Okay.
Lane, living with Paul and Randy. I agree. I don't like texting. You miss all the nuances of the voice.
Yeah.
You know what I have trouble with? I can't talk. I hate talking on the phone. Video chats are my favorite.
This is the best.
Because
that's right.
I can see there's so many nonverbal things, and I live for that. I can't do things nonverbally. I hate just talking.
Exactly. And if you wake up and you have a bad hair day, right, Donovan? You can just turn your camera off.
Well, I don't worry about those. Chasing America said, or the roll down your car window gesture. Wait, you mean roll up the car window, right? When you're done talking to that person, you just want to roll up the window and there's nothing they can do about it.
That's right.
But it's the actual cranking of that thing that just gets you all. I mean, there's such a joy when you're mad.
Well, it's automatic. You don't have to roll it anymore.
That's what they said. Or the roll down your car.
They said that?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, next one.
Hey, I got a McDonald's one. You ready? Oh wait.
You're skipping a lot, but go ahead. I'm down to it.
No, they'll be catching up.
I can't read lips.
That's okay.
Why, we made it?
I can't read lips when I talk on the phone. You can't, and especially this way. I'm trying to read them, but hang on a second. Okay. Man, I keep missing it.
Yeah, it don't work that way.
He's spot on again. I think he's talk about
avian gestures. I'll Google that.
What's avian gestures?
Steve, you're gonna have to elaborate on that one.
No, that's my wife. She's using vocabulary way beyond me. While you look that up, let me read this one. I gotta know what that is. It's what?
Body language.
Body language. Okay. You'd think I'd know that as much as I depend on it.
What, your body?
And I taught it to fellow workers how to get things done when people say no. They don't mean no. Let me show you how. Only about work things, people. Don't send me the hate email. Finding an eggshell in an egg McMuffin is both annoying and yet somehow reassuring. And you're muted the whole time.
I know. I did that on purpose so anybody see if they can read my lips. Oh. So was that funny? Did anybody laugh at my lips?
That was funny. Because it took me all the way up till right before I started to say you were on mute to realize what you were doing, but I went with it anyway.
Good.
Yeah, that's pretty reassuring when you find an eggshell in an egg McMuffin.
Because are you saying that McDonald's might not be actually using eggs for their egg McMuffin?
So,
could be
if
powder.
It's a ring egg where you see the yolk inside, it's a real egg.
If
it's
sure?
Scrambled,
it could be powder.
A different thing altogether.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, said Meg. Oh, wait, let me try again. Oh, wow.
Wow.
Now I will never think of an egg McMuffin the same. It's a real egg. That is a real egg in that one.
Now I'm getting hungry for eggs, but that's okay. I might have some scrambled later.
I'll let you cook some for me in a little bit.
Okay.
This one's interesting. Huh?
What am I, your mother? I'm not going to cook you eggs. How do you want
them?
Are. Fried or scrambled?
I would like them basted medium. Pressing the lock
base medium
on your car.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I thought we were done that. I haven't done that.
You gotta now. You have to Google or look up what basted soft means or medium.
I just told my chef. He's on
Okay,
him.
good. Pressing the lock button on your car key fob multiple times is the ex-Jenner's grown-up version of saving your game more than once.
Yeah, really. That's good. I just left it.
I
that
mean, when
one.
you're in the parking lot and you're walking in and you lock yours, and on all of a sudden someone else locks theirs, and you hear them doing it 2 or 3 times, it doesn't lock any more than that.
However, you have to do it at least 3 times. Because if you only do it
Because-
twice, you might have locked it and then unlocked it and then walked away. So you got to do so either 1,
It's
or
not like the
3.
thumbs down button.
1, 3,
You click
5.
it twice to make it effective.
No, it doesn't do it. It just goes and unlocks it. You got to do it 3 times. Beep, beep, beep.
You
you're
totally missed. I thought you were going to say you have to do it 3 times because everything comes in
Have to.
3s.
And everything comes in 3s.
Yes.
We better go here.
this
Come
was-
on. It's getting late. We got a lot more to do.
Oh, we do, don't we? Oh, we're almost. I am 5 minutes behind. The richest person on Earth is technically the richest person in the universe, since our definition of rich is owning a lot of Earth money and resources. And there's currently, pun intended, no way for extraterrestrial life to obtain it, at least not yet, that we know for sure.
Well,
Solex.
we're going to have to confirm this with our little alien friend. Or should I not mention his name? But you already
I
did.
wouldn't even mention.
There you go.
No.
You took my answer right out of my head.
I do think that's funny, though. I never thought about it being the most money in the universe. That's kind of clever.
Yeah.
Hey, Jell-O isn't technically boneless.
Yeah, well, somebody told me that just recently, so I've gone off Jell-O completely. You know how you used to eat it with, maybe like whipped cream, you squish it in between your teeth. So I'm off Jell-O completely when I heard this. So,
Okay,
I'm going to continue to. I'm still hooked on gelatin though. So I'll keep.
No, it's gelatin that's bad for you.
What?
It's not even bad for you. I'm just joking. Here's the deal. By the way, I saw a couple people's names that I know are vegetarian or vegan, and they probably already know this, but I'm going to share it so that everybody knows this.
Yep.
Jell-O is made, the main ingredient that makes it wiggly and all that is gelatin. And gelatin is made from ligaments and tendons and bones that are boiled and then dehydrated down to the powder form. And those protein collagens, animal collagens, those are little proteins. That's what makes Jell-O wiggly. Gelatin.
And that's what makes it so delicious, doesn't it?
Oh, I love Jell-O. I had one today just because we talked about it the other day.
So why do they feed it to people in hospitals? Why they try to kill the people in the hospital? I mean,
By the way, Nick P says I can't where'd it go? I can't lock my car 3 times because it'll start my car.
Oh yes. Well, no, don't you have to hit the horn first though, Nick? Then you click the lock button.
Charlie Grace, I hate to tell you, even
What about
Jell-O
Jell-O
shot,
shot?
if it's got gelatin in it, it's made from animals.
You're eating bones. Okay,
All
next
right,
one.
I
Let's
know
go
you've
here,
been
people.
dying for this one. You've been dying for me to get to this one.
Okay, which one is it?
It's
Is it
about
way
death.
back? Hold on.
Humans are
Humans?
afraid of being bitten by spiders.
Oh,
Oops, I
okay.
didn't click on it. Even though they have more teeth, spiders are afraid to be stepped on by humans, even though they have more legs.
Okay, I gotta
Here.
find that one.
No, that's okay. Let me demonstrate.
I found it. Okay, go ahead.
See, they're friendly. They're nothing to be scared of.
Well, maybe
That
the
is-
spiders should just put on a big smile just before we step on them. And then we
Maybe.
won't step on them, yes.
Yeah, glisten his
Yeah.
teeth so we know he's there, right? Let a little
Okay.
shine come up.
Yeah.
For me, it's about all those eyes. I mean, if you see my foot coming, spider, I know you do. Get out of the way. I mean, why should I have to watch out for them? They got more eyes than I do.
But they're so small. And
They're compound eyes, though.
how many people do you think kill spiders? Out of 10 people, how many do you think kill them?
Donovan,
Do
you have
you?
not seen the movie Ants. Actually, I have. Um,
It's so cute. Yeah.
I know.
I
it's
can't kill
adorable.
them. I pick up a Kleenex, I pick it up, and then I usually just throw the Kleenex with the spider over the balcony.
Unless it's a brown recluse or a black widow here in Texas, and I make sure we don't have more of those because
Oh,
nobody
really?
needs to get injured.
Oh, they're bad, eh?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just talking about
Yeah,
the,
that's
the
our two
usual.
poisonous ones here.
Okay. I'm just talking
By
about
the
the
way, when I
usual.
listed this, what's that?
I just usually do it to the ones that are in the shower all the time with me. And they're very clean. They're very clean now. Before I
Clean
throw them out
spiders. That's good to
they're
know.
clean.
When I listed this one in the box for it to be displayed, when I
Yeah.
wrote all this out, Grammarly, the app that tells you like how to write better and gives you an emotion about like, oh, you're cheerful, or oh, this, or I'm confused by what you wrote here. It had a scared emoticon on it. I've never seen that
No
before.
way.
I
Can you bring it up
swear.
now and show us? Oh, you have
Oh,
to show
I
that to
didn't.
us.
I should have taken a screenshot.
Oh,
It was
man.
hilarious. It was the one with crying and it face is all lit huge. It was great. RVG says, I got a bite from a brown. Ooh, yeah. That'll eat a hole in your leg, Lance.
Really? Ah,
Yeah, if you
ooh.
don't take care of it right away, it'll start deteriorating your skin
Oh,
and your flesh.
it'll start going in,
So
will it?
step on those. Step on those.
Okay, I'll
If
step on
you're
those.
actually just get them out of your house. That's all you need to do. I
Just
don't
know that
advocate
they're
for killing
just know-
anything, but I mean,
Yeah.
don't let it live in your house. That's what I'm trying to say. If you're in my house, you're a dead spider. Outside, I will
Oh,
leave you
Michael
alone.
Land.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I understand. Some people
All
are
right.
scared.
Yeah.
Most people would find licking the inside of a pipe disgusting, but wouldn't think twice about drinking water coming from that same pipe.
That was really creepy, that one.
That's I don't have anything for that. Let's move on.
Okay, now you're turning me off tap water.
No, I'm still drinking tap water. I'm just not going to think about that pipe.
I'm gonna have to go back to drinking water off the trough now,
Listen,
off the side of my roof.
I'm all about
from
the
my
truth,
roof.
but in this case, mind over, out of sight, out of mind.
No, you turn me off tap water, and I'm gonna go back to drinking the water off my roof. Goes into the trough and goes down to the barrel.
Yes, because that's so much cleaner.
Yes,
I
it comes right. Hey, it comes right from the sky, man. It's got to be the cleanest water you can drink.
I'm sure.
Okay.
Rick Rolling.
Rick Rolling. Yeah, I had to
Rick
Google that
Rolling?
one. Well, I do now. I didn't know what it was before.
So I guess I hadn't realized this before I found this in this list. But being Rick rolled, playing the Rick Astley song on a link that you didn't recognize, has actually taught a lot of people about internet safety and not clicking on random links.
Why did Rick Ashley get the honor of,
Because he's never going to do it.
Yeah. Well, why was he?
He's not
got
gonna
the
lie
honor of
to you.
His name being used.
Well, because he's not. Well, because that was his first name, and it rhymes with rolling.
All right,
Starts with an
fine.
R.
That's about it.
He's never going to lie to you. He's never going to cheat on you. I mean, he's the perfect one to get that message across. He didn't hurt you by clicking on his link. It took thousands of years of math and science to bring humans to the point of somehow stop believing in math and science.
Then we're going to have to stop believing in them instead. Then that's all I can say.
I mean,
Math
if we had everything told to us that was actually true, we couldn't have fun arguments any longer because everybody would just agree. So maybe we just enjoy disagreeing so much that we just decide to ignore the things that try to give us the most truth we can get out of life.
And why is that? Why do we both disagree?
I don't know. Why do we argue all the time? Because it's fun.
No, that's true. But we discuss. We're disgusting.
V said the math stopped adding up. Okay, fair enough. I mean, when the math gets complicated, I can understand. By the way, V also said, tap water, I'm changing all my pipes and sending you the bill. She said that to you, Lance. I can't believe that. How rude.
No,
you are closer to pay her bill, though.
Oh, yeah.
A buttload of underwear is exactly one pair.
Well, wait a minute. What?
A buttload of underwear is exactly one pair.
No, it's one clean pair, and not
Oh.
if it's on your head.
Yeah,
And if it's on
if
your
you're wearing
head.
on your head, it's going to require a little bit more.
Yes. Yeah, I wish we
By
could
the
find
way,
that
we
picture of you in
discussed
shop.
buttload in the old live show on Truth Be
Mike?
Told.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
have pictures of it
Last one.
somewhere.
You ready?
Yeah, I think so.
No matter how right you think you are about things, you learn more when you're wrong.
That's why you have two ears, Donovan, and just one mouth that you can listen from. Okay? But can you imagine if we had two mouths and one ear? Do you think we would just keep arguing with ourselves?
If I known you were going to say that, I would have drawn a face on the back of my head and turned around. That would have been hilarious. But
Yeah,
since
that
it's improv, I didn't see that one coming.
That's okay.
That would have been great. And then squeeze my head back and forth while I talk.
Oh, do you still have that little thing? Like that
Yeah.
looks like a mouth at the back?
No.
Don't show it. Don't show it. Okay, it's gone.
So, Lance, thanks so much for doing this with me.
Oh, no. Thank you for having me on the show again.
You are a blast. You really are.
No, I'm not.
You're not. All right, real quick, everybody. Here's what you need to know. Let me get that off for you. There you go. So if you have a great list that you made up or a list that you found on the internet that you think would be funny for us to cover, please just email us. And I am going to stick this in the chat. And I want you to know it may work. I tried to create a copy so that when you click on it, and there it goes. It's not going to work. All right. Well, anyway, there's the email address. And please let others know that we are bringing you the Monday Madness starting at 8 p.m. Eastern. With this show follows Charlie Grace Adventures right at 9 o'clock. And we're still looking for a threesome, someone to fill that 10 o'clock hour with some comedy. Charlie Grace is up next. And just so you are not left wondering how enthusiastic she's going to be, here she is.
Hey everybody, it's Charlie Grace with Charlie Grace Adventures. You know what I love about doing a live stream? You. I love seeing you and all our friends get together, have a great time, have a little chuckle here or there, and definitely making you smile. We're going to play some games, maybe win a prize or two, and who knows what else. Lots of surprises in store. So, after Every on the Wayside, come on over to Charlie Grace Adventures, and we're going to have a fun show.
Fun show. Not just a fun show, but a fun show. I hope you guys did have fun today. And please let us know if you want us to do some more of these shower thoughts. I mean, I think they're kind of intriguing. I don't know how funny we made them. We did our best. But I will tell you this. I'm not wrong. You will learn something being wrong. Thanks for showing up. See you over at Charlie Grace's.